Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. I greet you with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh on this day, 25th day of the month of Jumadi al-Ula. And if I look tired, if I sound tired, it's because I am overworked and tired with not enough time to rest and to sleep. But there's just a little time left before I travel, and every day I'm so busy. I hope, inshallah, in a few days I'll be able to go down to my house by the sea, which is now essentially completed. What remains to be done, it does not affect my capacity to live in the home. And it's by the sea, just 100 yards from the sea, 100 meters from the sea. So I hope to be able to get some rest before I travel, inshallah. On this occasion, I want to turn to a topic that is very painful to my heart. The subject of marriage, and I have a lot of knowledge on the subject because I travel much more than most of you can travel. I meet many more people than you meet. And more people contact me by email than most of you are accustomed to. And I find these very painful situations of God-fearing men, men of taqwa, women of taqwa, who want to get married and who cannot find a suitable husband. You can always find a garbage bin, but it's difficult to find a good husband and a good wife. And I got an email that broke my heart by someone who said, Sheikh, please help us. Please establish a marriage bureau and put competent people to manage it. And someone said, I'll pay a salary. I will pay a salary for someone to do it full time. So what I am announcing today is I would like to get your views on establishing a marriage bureau. It's a difficult step. There is much praise that you will get and blessings that you will get from it, but you get a backlash and you also get complaints that will be very painful and sometimes damaging. So the first thing I want to say is this is just a marriage bureau that I'd like to establish, not a bureau to help people who cannot afford to take a second wife but can afford to maintain a milk al-yamin. This is not for you. This is only for those who want to get married. That's the first thing. The second thing, this is not a marriage bureau for everybody. Not at all. There are others who can help you. This is a bureau I want to propose, if you agree, to be a marriage bureau only for those who are satisfied and happy with my profile of scholarship, because I am the one who is establishing it. And my profile of scholarship is that, you know it, you can't say after Allah calls me away from this world that you are my student. No, unless and until you are reciting the Quran in Arabic every day, best of all in the morning at Fajr. And you recite them with the correct ajza, meaning that you will never leave your recitation for the day with any surah incomplete. You must complete the surah before you can sleep. And you complete the Quran, the recitation of the Quran, every lunar month. So because of this insistence on my part, and I know why I'm doing it, I know what is the role of the Quran in Akhir Zaman that perhaps you do not know. And that is why I am saying, if you are reciting the Quran this way, and you need a wife or you need a husband, then we will attend to you. If you are not doing that, well, try to do it, and when you're doing it, then you can contact us. If you do not know how to recite the Quran in Arabic as yet, you have 3 months left. Today is the 25th day of the month, of the lunar month. And at the end of this lunar month, there are only 3 months left before Ramadan. And the most important sunnah of all in the blessed month of Ramadan is to recite the whole Quran from cover to cover, the way that Allah recited it. This is what I have explained in my book, The Quran and the Moon. You can get the book from my internet, from my website. You can download it, you can read it. So if you do not know how to recite the Quran in Arabic, then learn to do it. And if you know how to recite in the Quran in Arabic and you're not doing it, then start doing it. And finish your juz every day and complete the recitation of the Quran every month. Then you qualify. Then you qualify to turn to us for help, to get a husband or a wife. Because we know that when anyone is reciting the Quran like that, it's more difficult for shaitan to mislead him and misguide him. And so you'll get a good husband, inshallah. You'll get a God-fearing husband, a man of taqwa. You'll get a good wife, a God-fearing wife. And there are so many of our sisters who are going astray today. So what I want is, I want your comments. I want your advice. I want your approval. Because this is a difficult step I'm taking, because there are many who can now turn against me afterwards and say, well, you're the one who helped me to find this man and he turned out to be a snake. You're the one who helped me to find this wife and she turned out to be a poisonous snake. And he's a poisonous snake. You're to blame for that. I don't want that. So I have to seek your advice whether we should move forward with this project of establishing a marriage bureau. And we will entertain applicants, people writing to us seeking a husband and a wife, on the condition that you tell us that if you get married and you have problems in your marriage, you don't turn to us to help you solve your problems in your marriage. That's not our job. You must be prepared to have people who can intervene. Hakaman min ahlihi wa hakaman min ahliha. If it is a marriage problem that is internal, then you need someone from his family, someone from her family, who can intervene and keep the matter private, not public. Okay? So, provided that you will not turn to us for help. If you have problems in your marriage, then fine, we will accept your application. Our duty is simply to introduce you to each other and to see whether or not you are prepared to get married. And if that happens, alhamdulillah, our job is done. The rest is for others to help you if you have problems in your marriage. This will be a non-profit, non-commercial. You don't have to pay anything to us. We simply have to find someone who will operate full-time and we pay him a salary. But there'll be lots of people who will be attached to him or to her. Preferably a husband and wife team. Because there are women who would want to write, but they prefer to contact a sister. And there are men who would learn to write, but they have private things, they prefer to speak to a brother, you see. So if we have a husband and wife team to manage this project, in fact, I already have a team in my mind, but I'm not going to tell you as yet. Then the husband and wife team, plus the person who is going to administer the marriage bureau, for who will be paid a salary, his is essentially an administrative project. He's only doing administration. But the husband and wife team will be actually in charge of the project. And the husband and wife team will then have a team of advisors and helpers in different parts of the world. And these will all be trusted students of mine, in whom I have confidence. They are the ones. So this is more or less to help my students abroad in different parts of the world, my students. But if you're not my student and you're already reciting the Quran, by all means you can join us. So this is my first video for today, the 25th day of Jamadi al-Ula. I travel extensively, and sometimes when I meet sometimes a sister and I listen to her, and my heart is weeping. My heart is weeping. The tears may not come from my eyes, but the tears are falling from my heart. When she speaks to me confidently and she tells me all that she's gone through suffering, how much she's been trying to get married. Some of them She's sad to tell you, waited so long to find a husband that eventually they went down the wrong path. Yes, they might be even listening to this video. And am I to be blamed that I did not establish this bureau, that I could help these sisters and brothers who want to get married but who cannot get married? Okay, so we will try to put you together from each other. Some of those will be advisors and part of the team who will advise the husband and wife team who is managing the project would themselves be unmarried. They also will be looking for a husband and wife. So maybe they might find someone while helping in this team. Whatever communication you give to the team, to the bureau, must remain private, absolutely private. It will be shared only amongst those who are managing the website and who are advisors to the website. They will have to be informed of all communications, all communications. So one person may be in Europe, one person in Indonesia, Pakistan, Mombasa, Sweden, Sarajevo, wherever in the world I have these trusted students. They will be kept informed of all the correspondence, and the husband and wife team will then be advised, look this person, look that person, maybe they suit each other, and so on. I hope and I pray that you will respond to my plea for your guidance, for your advice, for your comments, whether we should proceed with this project in this the last stage of my life. And if your comments are positive, if you have advice to give us, we can then move forward, inshallah, and establish this marriage bureau. And may Allah bless it and may Allah protect it. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.